Welcome to Sneak Peak GABCON, your first-hand look at what's to come at GABCON 2023 in our educational sessions. I'm your host, Hannah Osborne, and today I'm joined by session leader, Dr. Dale Van Cantfort, and panel member, Madison Gott. The two will be featured in our management session, Ensuring Radio's Future Today. Thank you two for joining me today, and can you tell me a little bit about yourselves and what your session is going to consist of?
I'll let Madison go.
Let me go first, thank you. So my name's Madison. I've been in radio officially in the industry for about 7 months, but I was in college radio prior to that for about 2 years. And I currently work at WCON on 107.7 The Breeze. I do on-air work as well as production, amongst other things like social media. And it's been pretty awesome so far. So glad to be here.
Glad you could be with us, Madison. I'm Dr. Dale Van Cantfort, also known as DVC by many of my students. I owned and operated radio stations for some 25 years, served some years ago on the board of directors for the Georgia Association of Broadcasters. I actually served a term as chairman of that board. Past 20 plus years, I've been a professor at several different universities, most recently here at Piedmont University. Madison was one of my students. I'm also a member of the board of directors for the Friends of Georgia Radio, who is a co-sponsor of this session. Our purpose is to, one, recognize the great work done by broadcasters throughout the past years, but also, more importantly, to help young people get into the business and to learn from us and to help grow the business of radio in particular.
How is this session aimed to affect broadcasters and help them?
I'll go first on that one, Madison, then you can follow up on me.
Okay.
We want to hear from new professionals, young professionals in the business, one, why they've chosen to go into radio or broadcasting. What is it that drew them to it? Where they see the future for the next 20, 25 years of broadcasting, and particularly in Madison's case, a radio, and what broadcasters currently in the management level can do to attract good young talent to our industry.
I'll follow that up with I think that in terms of what young people, I guess, bring to the table is a lot different now than I think ever before, and how digital radio is and how much it's changing. And so I think that there is a lot that we can bring, and I'm excited to talk about it at GABCon, so it'll be good. Or GABCon.
Why is it important for industry members and specifically leaders to hear from young people?
Well, I'll start off with that one. I think it's, well, I don't think, I know. We have a different perspective. You know, we haven't been in radio for years and years and years. And so we're, ready for change. We want to see change. And we also, at least by we, I'm speaking for myself, I definitely want to bring younger people back to radio as well, because I think it's still a very crucial form of communication. And I think not only can we learn from older generations, but they also learn from us as well. And I think that we can both trade off and experience, skills. And I think radio is something that you learn something every day. So whether that be from someone young or old, I don't think really matters.
Well said, Madison. Yes, you have to be a lifelong learner if you're going to work in the broadcasting industry, because the one constant, as I pointed out in my lectures many times, one constant is change. It's constantly changing, and it's a lot easier for you to change when you're in your mid-20s than when you're in your 70s like me. So we want to hear from those young people how they're adapting to the change, what they see as the future of our industry.
What information will managers gain that they can use to help retain and attract young broadcasters into the industry?
Well, they're going to hear from people, young professionals who are doing it and are doing it at a very high level for being so early in their career. So they're going to hear from people that are out there day in and day out, whether it be on the air with Madison. We have another panelist who is working in the areas of sales, and they'll be able to bring their opinions about how both the business side and the entertainment side of the business appear to young people and how they feel they can best help these broadcasters make profitable decisions in the coming years.
I would So just a little look into what we'll be talking about in terms of that would be probably, I mean, obviously very smart things the DVC said over there, but I also think that the biggest thing to talk about how to attract the next generation to radio is just like making sure they know it's a career that they can pursue, and just diving into what that means and what it looks like. Because before I got into radio, I didn't even know it was an option for me until I went to Piedmont University and saw there was a radio station, and I said, no way that's a real job, and you get paid for that. And so it just kind of blew my mind. I think that just expanding in that way is really important. So
What's something that you think, specifically Madison, what do you think is something that you can bring to a manager that someone that's been in the industry for 30 plus years can't?
I think the first thing I think of is from a technological standpoint. I mean, radio is going so digital now that I have a lot of just like skills I've picked up from, growing up as a digital native, that I think benefits not only, I mean, it benefits me at work every single day. And I think that that is something that definitely can help.
And why should managers and young people come to GABCON 2023?
I mean, why not? First off, I think it's an amazing way to network. I think it's important for younger generations like me to meet up with these experienced professionals, because yes, they can learn from us, but man, am I excited to learn from them.
By attending these sessions, owners and operators, as well as young people, are going to learn things that they can go right back into their markets and into their radio stations and put to use to be more effective and more efficient and to make more money.
That's
Right.
a good answer.
And for any young people that are still students, we do have a scholarship opportunity available at gabcon.gab.org. You can learn more about the scholarship opportunity. It covers all the costs aside from the Gabby's awards, and it's at a reduced price, and you only have to cover the cost of travel and hotel expenses. So visit gabcon.gab.org for more information about that for college students. And thank you, DVC and Madison, for joining me today to discuss your session. And I cannot wait to see you both at GABCON 2023.
See everybody at Jekyll Island.
Yes.
Join us.